Now in today's video, we're going to go over, analyze, and look into a new to me high income ETF brought to us by Neos Funds, one of my favorite fund providers. We're talking about the IAUI ETF, the Neos Gold High Income ETF. Now, as some of you guys already know, I've been dividend investing for about a decade, and as I continue to build out my portfolio and sort of stabilize certain areas in the portfolio, I'm always open to having exposure to different asset classes. I personally, as of right now, do not have any exposure to gold, much less gold high income. But as of recently, I was digging a little bit deeper into IAUI, and I figured why not just wait and dig into it even deeper while making a video to share with you guys what I find out about the ETF, and of course to see if or if not, I personally want to add it to my portfolio. Now, a lot of investors have been saying that having some exposure to gold and or Bitcoin, maybe both of them in a portfolio, is a smart move, especially where things are headed as far as inflation and other talks about the dollar, etc. So if you guys want to dig into IAUI with me and figure out if this ETF has what it takes to enter our portfolios, then make sure to stick around, drop a like down below, and let's get right into it. My A to Z dividend investing ebook has already helped countless dividend investors get started with their journey. And my custom dividend tracker, the one I use all the time on my videos, has also helped so many investors stay organized and has actually helped them see their dividend income grow. Well, today I have something even better for you guys. When you click the first link down below in my description and you grab my A to Z dividend investing ebook, today you're not only going to get the ebook, but you're also going to be getting the custom dividend tracker, which you can use to track your own dividend income ongoingly. Get direct access to my personal email where you guys can email me any questions regarding dividend investing. You're also going to receive a link to view all of my holdings inside my 7-figure dividend portfolio and see all the positions I add and take away ongoingly. And you're going to get for absolutely free my brand new high yield dividend investing ebook, where I show you the power of maximizing some of these high yielding ETFs and teach you everything there is to know about that also. This is going to be your one shot to grab everything inside of one single bundle, but you got to move quick because I'm not going to offer this for long. Now with all that, let's get back into the video. Now without wasting any time digging into the fact sheet of the Neos Gold High Income ETF, it says the Neos Gold High Income ETF, the fund seeks to generate high monthly income with the potential for appreciation based on exposure to exchange traded products or ETPs that have direct exposure to gold. Now the ETF's underlying exposure is going to be gold ETPs. So again, if you don't want to have gold exposure, this ETF probably already is not the right fit for you. I don't necessarily know for certain if I want to have gold exposure in my portfolio, but I'm interested enough in it, so let's read on. The ETF has a total expense ratio of 0.78%. It does pay out distributions monthly. The inception date was early this summer in June, and the ETF offers high monthly income potential. IAUI aims to generate high monthly income through a data-driven call option strategy utilizing gold ETPs, also gold upside potential. In addition to high monthly income, this ETF aims to offer exposure to a portion of gold's price appreciation in rising markets. And lastly, professional option management leverage the deep expertise and research of Neos, combining decades of experience managing option-based ETFs. Now again, I wouldn't really consider myself an investor that has a huge interest in gold exposure, but if we look at the gold chart over the last 5 or so years, it doesn't take a genius to see that gold itself has went up in price a lot. Gold is up around 150% on its own in the last 5 years. Now, where is the real value of gold going to go in the next, say, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years? Honestly, I have absolutely no idea. But as I build out my portfolio larger and larger and get older, of course, I'm always interested in having different asset types, even if it's 1 or 2% of the portfolio. So again, let's learn more about this ETF. Now, to understand a little bit more about the ETF, it says we're here the investment objective. This is what this ETF is trying to achieve, of course. It says seeks to generate high monthly income with the potential for appreciation based on the exposure of exchange traded products or ETPs that have direct exposure to gold. Now, as far as the income generation goes for this ETF, again, it's only been trading for a few months, but as of right now, it looks like the distribution rate is pretty steadily around that 12.5%. Investors so far have been getting around 50 cents per share per month for every single share they own of this ETF, which up until this point, not bad whatsoever if you ask me. Now, a few things I wonder about when it comes to an ETF like this one that utilizes gold ETPs or exchange traded products, and then of course utilizes a data-driven call option strategy on top of them. I personally couldn't even tell you the actual implied volatility off the top of my head that gold has. Obviously, there's a decent amount of implied volatility as of right now. Otherwise, an ETF like this one probably would not be able to generate around 12.5% yield. Now, the Neos Gold High Income ETF also passes the no price decay check. On the max time frame, this ETF is up around $3, around 6%. So it hasn't grown like crazy over the past few months, but it has grown up into the right, and it has paid investors, like I shared with you guys, around 51 cents per share per month on average. Now, speaking of that income, you can see that right here. As far as the most recent distribution, it says the 51.13 cent per share payable on August 22nd. It is anticipated to be 91% of return of capital. So the NEOS Gold High Income ETF up until this point is offering investors around 51 cents per share per month or so on average. The ETF has grown up into the right pretty nicely since it started trading. It also offers a ton of its income generation in the form of return of capital, which is definitely tax friendly for my specific situation. So if I were to ask myself, do I want to add some of the NEOS Gold High Income ETF to my portfolio, I'd really have to ask myself once again, do I want the underlying exposure gold in my portfolio, even if it's through a high income strategy, which seems to be doing pretty well so far. And honestly, as of this moment, I'm not exactly sure that I do want to have gold exposure in my portfolio. I mean, even though in the 5-year time frame, it has outperformed the S&P 500, which is definitely pretty impressive. But does gold go to $4,000 from here? Does it go to $5,000 from here? I absolutely have no idea the value of gold, and I really haven't looked too deeply into the gold spot price, how it trades during different market conditions, so it'd be me completely guessing at this point. But like I mentioned, as I continue to scale up my portfolio, I am interested in having a small portion of different asset types in my portfolio. So for that reason, I probably would consider adding a small portion of IAUI to my portfolio, maybe on a slow daily buy of $5 or $10 here and there, just to have some exposure to gold through a high income strategy, just like I have with Bitcoin or other assets that I don't normally have all that much exposure to, but I do want to have just parts of in my portfolio. But again, I really have to think about it. So now that we talked about the NEOS Gold High Income ETF, I share with you guys what this ETF is, how it generates income, at least as of so far, and even my personal thoughts on it, if or if not, I'm going to add it to my portfolio. I lastly, most importantly, have a question for you guys down below. When it comes to your guys' portfolio, do you personally have gold exposure inside of there? And if so, is it through an ETF like this one, or what other gold exposure should I look into next? Let me know in the comments down below. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to please drop a like on it, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks as always for stopping by, and if you are interested in investing, make sure to check out these recent videos I posted right here.